Hi, folks. I thought I'd walk you through the way I do a tweet. Usually, it's never good news when your neighbor is arrested, but when we heard that our neighbor, Rabbi Steve Gutau, had been arrested with George Clooney protesting the Sudanese embassy, we knew that's a story that we're proud of, and we're proud of our neighbor. So, he is the president and chief executive officer of the Jewish Council on Public Affairs. And what you see here is his blog post in the Huffington Post about being arrested and being one of 15 guys in a DC jail with George Clooney. So it's a kind of a fun story you want to share. So what I'm going to do is walk you through how I do this tweet. And so first thing I do is I'm looking at the article. This is what I know I want to share. And I am then going to go in and get a short code for this, a shortened version of the URL. And I use something called a bit.ly sidebar, which I can explain at another point. But bit.ly sidebar gives me the sidebar here with a shortened URL. I can also customize it if I want, but I'm going to keep this shorter version and use this. And I'm going to copy the URL, the new short one. I'm going to copy that. Then I'm going to go into my Twitter page and show you where I can post this. So I don't want the long one, I want the shorter code. So I'm going to post the shorter code right here. Now it comes to what should I say? And what I'm going to say here is I'm going to say, proud of my neighbor, Rabbi, and I know his Twitter handle already, Steve Gutau, arrested for what he, oh, let's see, arrested for great cause with George Clooney. Now, I'm wondering, does George Clooney have a Twitter handle? So I'm going to go in here and search George Clooney and Twitter. And let's see, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have one. And it's unlikely to be any of these people. And it certainly isn't going to be, it's George Clooney spelled wrong without the E. So, I mean, there is a chance it's this. I can take a look, but it's very, very unlikely. And one of the things I wish Wikipedia would do is to publish people's Twitter handles, especially celebrities and stuff. So that's definitely not him. All right, so we're going to go in here and not mention George Clooney because we don't have his address and he doesn't have a Twitter handle. So I say, proud of my neighbor, Rabbi S. Gutau, arrested for a great cause with, I want to shorten this space as well, so get a few more characters. And let's see if there's anything else I need to say. Proud of my neighbor, Rabbi S. Gutau, arrested for a great cause with George Clooney. Now, I do need to say something else because otherwise people will think this is the news from last week rather than the updated blog post with his own trip and the things he learned there. So instead, I am going to say, I like using these asterisks to separate thoughts within Twitter, but I can say HuffPo blog to give credit to HuffPo, or I can say, here's what happened after the arrest, or you could just say, here's what happened after, because you know it's after the arrest is sort of what that means. So now I'm going to think about this and think about this because you want to get this absolutely right, because when you hit tweet, it goes out to people and you don't want to be wrong. So proud of my neighbor, I would have said very proud of my neighbor. Now I only have 9 characters. I'd really like to keep at least 10 to 15 characters because you want people to retweet it. Proud of my neighbor, Rabbi S. at S. Gutau, arrested for a great cause with George Clooney. Here's what happened after. So this indicates that this is something new in here as well. It's taken me 5 minutes after I found the page to share. So this kind of tells you why I take between 3 to 6 minutes on every tweet I send out. I try to get it as strong a tweet as possible. And now I'm going to hit tweet.